New player learns Valorant day number 34. We're starting off the grind here in the shooting range, as always, where we're seeing our steady improvement. We've been tracking it every single day, and the numbers have been going up. We started off in the low 8s, and now we're all the way up to averaging, somewhere around 23, 24 per attempt. That's pretty good. I then hopped into Deathmatch, where we continued to work on the timing of our shots in order to weave it into our movement so that we can kill and not be killed. Overall, I think I have been becoming more and more consistent each and every single day. There's good days, there are bad days, but I think it definitely is an upward trend of movement error. I think basically what the Riot should do is allow you to print out data from your movement error chart at the end of the game, be like, oh, percentage movement error or something like that. Then we hopped into our 2 ranked games. First game on Breeze, where, our aim was feeling pretty in tune today. We were hitting our shots. Movement error wasn't too bad. We were aiming for the head, and we got a couple lucky kills as well. Winning, it's a matter of skill, consistency, and luck. But you have to create your own luck, right? You can't be lucky if your crosshair positioning is bad. You can't be lucky with movement error, right? In order for all the factors to come together to create a lucky kill, unless it's just like a pure lucky kill, but those are like low variance, right? I'm talking about high variance luck versus low variance luck. Maybe I have high and low variance wrong there, but in general, I think you get what I'm trying to say here. Now, there are some times where I have high movement error, but what I'm seeing there is it's not a problem with me not being able to move correctly, right? Like before I started trying to get rid of my movement error, a lot of the movement error was just me mistiming my inputs. But now it's more of a like rushing my shots issue compared to a movement error issue. Now there are some times where I still mess up the timing, so I might spend another day or so trying to fix that. And then maybe I'll go break down some of my fights in more detail to see if it's actually rushing my shots or if that's what I'm actually seeing. But that's just the vibe I'm getting from my aim today. It's like good, and then sometimes my brain just completely melts and I fight improperly. There's the issue of crosshair placement, but I think my crosshair placement's not currently holding me back, right? Like it could be better, but when I spectate the other people in my rank, it's not like they have much better crosshair placement than me. Not that I should could be comparing myself to them, because I'm trying to climb higher. How high? I don't know. As high as I physically can. But still, it is better than it used to be. Like here, I am aiming kind of down, but I'm almost head height, like right in front of me. Like my head height almost. But not head height for anyone like 5 feet away from me. Because if the further away they are, the lower their head is. It's kind of like a parabola. Not actually a parabola. That's the completely wrong geometrical term. But geometry is pretty similar no matter how you look at it. This game was a really close game, back and forth, we were battling it out, but sadly my team was like flaming each other in chat and typing the whole time, so as the game went on, they would spend more time attacking each other than focusing on the game. So then we got into overtime, and one of our players AFK'd, so we ended up losing overtime. Heading into our second game on whatever map this is, I don't remember the name of it currently, but this map is actually kind of fun, just because you got that mid area, and then you can really defend the sites here well. I used my dismiss properly for the first time in forever, where I saw an enemy, I was like, hey, I should press dismiss, and I ran away. Now, I think it's because I moved my abilities to my mouse, so they're kind of easier to press, and I don't have to like move my fingers off my arrow keys in order to press them, so it gives me a bit of a tactical advantage. Because what's your thumb really doing when you game? Really? Other than spacebar. But I'm talking about your other thumb, that right thumb. Unless you're left-handed. Actually, I'm left-handed, but I use my mouse with my right hand, because I was culturally indoctrinated into the right-hand mouse at a young age, because left-handed mouses didn't exist. Or they probably existed, but I didn't have access to one. So essentially, I grew up right-handed mousing, and I don't know if it'd be advantage to switch. It would probably be a horrible idea to try to switch to a left-handed mouse. And then I'd have to like use my hand on my right hand on my keyboard, which would suck. But overall, this game was pretty good. It was back and forth kind of on when we were defending, but then when we got on offense, we kind of started winning. They also had an AFK So
Nice.
we had an AFK, they had an AFK. Honestly, at this bronze rank, there's an AFK basically every single game. It's kind of toxic, but it basically evens out. So can't really complain about it too much. And then of course we hop into the aim trainer, where we're continuing the grind. We didn't hit a high score today, but we can't expect to get high scores endlessly. We just have to keep the consistency up.